Over 1,000 delegates are expected to attend the first ever summit on gender-based violence and femicide. The two-day summit will take place in Irene, south of Pretoria. President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to give the keynote address. The gender summit comes at the request of the TheTotalShutDown activists who marched to the union buildings against gender-based violence in August this year.
From the 100-man march to the total shutdown, a call was made for urgent intervention against gender-based violence in the country. According to Statistics South Africa, over 70,000 women experienced sexual offences in 2016-2017, while recent police crime stats revealed that 291 more women were killed in the past year. In response, government often calls on civil society to join hands with authorities to curb the scourge. One such organization in Pretoria is Youth for Survival NGO.
We now have a shelter that can accommodate 45 women. These are women that come from situations of domestic violence, that come from situations of being rape victims by families or by neighbors, and they end up now not really feeling comfortable staying at home because the perpetrator has been released from prison or the perpetrator is out on bail. So for their safety, they find themselves in the shelter.
The shelter for the abused women says one of the key strategies is to involve men.
If you call them to these indabas and you bring women to share their pain, to say, this is what my partner put me through. Look at the scars that I carry in my body. It's a symbol of somebody that said he loved me. You find men crying and actually saying that, I didn't realize it's so hectic.
Also weighing in is civil group Not In My Name.
Men need to be included into the conversation and find out really what is the problem with men, what is the problem with South African men in particular, because as Themba said, my colleague, that it is likely for a woman to die at the hands of men in South Africa.
The summit will look at current laws and victim support programs, amongst other themes.
We will be converging, all of us, in saying what are the things that we can do. If it means strengthening the policies, will so be it. If it means going out and doing much more in terms of advocacy, in educating men who are in the cycle of violating the rights of women. So we will be looking at all the interventions that government has put in place and why they are not working.
Traditional leaders, academics and civil society groups from across the country will attend the summit. Government insists that the summit on gender-based violence and femicide will not be just another talk shop, but rather will seek real solutions to the scourge. Sipho Stirman, SABC News in Pretoria.